Hey everyone, I am in Wetzlar, Germany for the launch of the Leica M6. Film is not dead. I've been talking about it all this week on Instagram Reels, and it is not dead whatsoever. The M6 now joins the MP, the MA, and the M6 for Leica's film lineup. And this is a reimagining of the M6 that came out in '84. It has a brass plate on it, which is different, of course. It feels a little bit more refined. It only comes in black this time, but we've got the 35 1.4 steel rim Summilux on this as well. We're gonna take it through its paces in Old Town Wetzlar with Casey Yang, who's a Leica ambassador, who's actually behind the camera right now with me. We're gonna see what it's like shooting film. So Casey, let's go try out the M6. All right, so we are in the middle of Old Town, and I believe this is where we're gonna see the actual building that Oscar Barnack took a photo of with the first 35mm camera that he created. And it's right up here. And we're gonna go up this pathway here, bringing the M6. Now, I gotta tell you, with this top plate that's all brass now versus the other material that was used on the previous M6, it feels more solid in the hand. The advanced lever feels fantastic. Very snappy, very precise. I mean, this is a very well engineered camera. Now I had the Leica MP previously, and I gotta say that I probably would go with this over the MP because it feels a little bit more, the MP feels like a jewel. It's like you don't wanna scratch because of that beautiful black lacquer paint, but this has this more rugged utilitarian vibe to it. So it has a different personality, but of course, it's an M6, it's lightweight, it's small, it's compact. They realize the fan base for this camera has skyrocketed over the years. So, Casey, what do you think of this thing, man?
I love it, actually. It reminds me when I was younger.
Younger? That was 2 years ago.
No, way younger. It was in fact one of my first cameras.
Now, for those who are wondering, does it come in silver? No, it does not. It only comes in black at this time. So we are now at the spot where the first Leica picture was taken right here in 1914 by Oscar Barnack. It is this building right here. It's a very infamous photograph. I'm here with the M6. Casey, you and I both need to take a photo here. He didn't have construction back then. I think this is a little different now.
That's the sound.
We made history. Casey, try this out here. The strap is a little bit, you know, the leather hasn't been worn in yet.
Yeah, it's new. Ooh.
It's got a nice sound to it, right?
Yeah.
That's the M6.
Yep.
You got your M3 there on you? Compare them?
No, it's thinner. It's very thinner.
It's thinner than the M3, right?
Yeah, it's a bit thinner.
Wow. Now, if you've never shot with a Leica rangefinder film camera, everything is manual, everything is tactile. Of course, it has a light meter inside of this, but it pushes you to take better photographs, and you're going to make a lot of mistakes, but when you capture that right photograph and you see it on film, it means so much more sometimes than shooting on digital. And I think a lot of film photographers would agree with me on that. Now, this M6, of course, as I mentioned, it's refined, it feels great in the hand, but you have to understand that this camera is not made off a factory line, okay? This is made by artisans, handmade, hand put together. So it takes them a lot of hours and a lot of time to create something like this. So that's why when you see the price of €5,050 for the camera body alone, if some of you might go, why are they charging so much? Think of it like a Patek Philippe watch. People pay so much money for it now. It tells the time like any other watch. But it's the craftsmanship, the artisan, and it's the quality that you pay for, and that's what you're getting here with this M6. Now, a lot of you might be going, wait a second, that's expensive. It's an M6, right? I can get a pre-owned one for, you know, a few thousand less. Well, think about it this way. They have kind of reimagined the M6. They've improved it, like I said, with the top brass plate here. The internals have been improved. You got a better viewfinder now with better coatings on it, so you're not gonna get those flares. That it just feels and it performs better than the original. And also you have to take this into consideration with the M6 is that when you buy a camera like this, it's gonna last you for 30, 40, 50 years. It's not a camera that's just gonna break down in a couple of years and that's it. It's not electronics in this. And even if they have the light meter, they can replace it. Leica makes the parts to replace and fix these cameras. Even to this day, with the ones made in '84, they can replace them. Even the M3s they can fix. So think about that. Plus the lenses, this is an investment that you can have for the rest of your life. So when you factor in that with the price, it's actually a pretty good bargain. Food for thought. So really not much else to say about this M6. It is fantastic. I've enjoyed it. It's a camera that if you have the means to afford it, get it. You're gonna really like the improvements on this. It's gonna be a camera that's gonna stay with you for almost a lifetime and probably then some. You can travel around the world with it. It's small, it's compact, and this just represents the best of what Leica does when it comes to film cameras. Now, the 35 1.4 still rim, we haven't had a chance to see the images out of film yet, but what we're gonna do is test it on the SL2 and SL2S, and we're gonna show you some sample images right here. I mean, look, this has a different look than your modern lenses. It's designed to be that way, and they wanted to keep that magic of the steel rim 35 1.4 of years past, modernize some of it, but it still has that DNA. And so when you shoot it against light, you're gonna shoot bokeh, it's gonna have a very different dreamy feel. And we like that because we don't want everything to be clinically sharp. If you want that, get an Oppo lens. But this just represents a different era, and it's beautiful. And on film, I'm sure it's gonna be magical. Anyway, those are my thoughts on the M6 and the 35 1.4. If you like this video, subscribe to the channel, and I've got a lot more great content coming your way. Take care, stay safe, and I'll chat to you soon.